Hi everyone, come cruising with the Clemens today.
I'm going first?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to start. That pretty much sums up our past week and a half probably at this point. Week. Yeah. And snippets of things over the past couple of months.
Yeah. So.
But it has finally come to a head. So
yeah.
Here's where we're at.
So we had an F-150 3.5 liter Ecoboost. It was a 2014. We had a weight distribution system, sway bar, and then I added an Airlift 5000 lift kit to the back end to beef up the back end so we'd ride level. So we're towing a Kodiak, a Dutchman Kodiak 283 bunkhouse.
Ultralight.
Ultralight. So fully loaded, it's about 7,000 pounds, which is what our truck could tow. So that was fine in Florida and all the way through the south and even into some of the mountains in New Mexico and Arizona. Mm-hmm. But it has been failing since we got to about the Flagstaff area.
Yes.
Overheating, we're losing coolant. We went and had that fixed. We still had problems. So we got into Colorado and determined that we just had to explore other options than our vehicle. So one of those options was that we could just head east and stay out of the mountains. But we felt like that was a terrible idea because we love going to the mountains and we want to see stuff that we've already booked. So that wasn't really an option and it wouldn't solve the problem. So we started looking at vehicles, new and used, all over the country.
We looked local dealerships worldwide. I mean, countrywide. Mm-hmm. We looked at CarMax, AutoTrader, Facebook, Craigslist. I mean, Mark's really been scouring.
Yeah,
everything.
I even checked like the Ford and Chevy websites because they have national inventory on those sites to try to find something. Mm-hmm. And we weren't finding a whole lot because there's a chip shortage right now. And so new vehicles are backed up. In fact, I talked to a guy this morning who said he spoke to the dealership here in town and there are 35,000 F-250s sitting at a plant somewhere in Kentucky and they don't have chips for them. So that means that people have been buying used vehicles.
So we've been in Durango. In that area.
Yeah, Four Corners area.
Yeah, so Mark found a truck, Chevrolet.
I found a Chevy 1500
yeah.
that they claimed could tow 11,000. The base model tows 7,000, so I was a little skeptical. We went and drove that model. It was a 2017. And when I got there, the guy that was there told me a different tow weight. And then we tried to look it up and we couldn't find any definitive information. Mm-hmm. So we didn't feel comfortable with that vehicle.
Plus, in addition to that, a big thing for us is we have 3 kids and 2 cats that we travel with. And we want to make sure that there was enough room in the back. And when the kids got in, there would have been absolutely no room for like the cat's litter box, which is kind of important. So
yeah,
that kind of put that at a no for us. The salesman did tell us that the 2018s and newer had more room in the back, but newer meant another $10,000 worth of vehicle.
Yeah.
So that really wasn't in our budget either.
Yeah, so we were looking at vehicles that were used, and then I noticed a new vehicle on AutoTrader, and it was about the price of a used truck with 100,000 miles on it. So I thought, well, let me look into the new vehicles because I just assumed that a Ford F-250 was out of our price range. So we had determined that that would be the vehicle we wanted because of the tremendous amount of space in the back of the truck.
A crew cab specifically.
Yeah,
that's
so
what we're
the crew
looking for.
cab is for like 5 or actually 6 adult construction workers. So there's plenty of legroom for children back there with the cats and stuff. We wanted a 250 because we wanted 4-wheel drive, a huge towing capacity, in the big seats. So I started looking for new vehicles. We considered flying back to Florida and driving a vehicle back into Colorado. I looked at one in Wisconsin.
Salt Lake City.
Yeah, so and then I found one in Albuquerque, which was only about 4 hours away.
Which we were super excited about. It
Yeah.
was a pretty gray truck. It was only a couple hours away. I found a campground in northern New Mexico that had full hookups, which was super important because, like most of the country, there is a massive heat wave going on. And we had been dry camping, and it was getting well up into the 80s during the day, and that's just too much for the cats. It's too much for us during the day. So trying to find, state like parks or anything like that that had hookup or at least had enough shade was just really difficult. So I found really lucky that we found this place in New Mexico, and we thought this is great.
Right.
We missed a couple of things in New Mexico, so we'll do those. We're not too far from the dealership, and then what happened?
Well, then they started playing games and said that, oh, well, there's a bidding war on the car now, and whoever pays the most for the truck will get it. And we're just not in a situation to pay the most for a truck, especially with the already inflated prices because of the chip shortage and things like that. So that hasn't worked out. We're figuring out where to go to get a new vehicle, but we need to find one in the next couple days. So that's what we're hopefully going to do.
Over the next few days, Mark continued to check websites in search of an F-250, having to call each of them to check and see if a truck was actually on the lot, just ordered, or ordered and in actual transit. It was a long few days.
All right, so it looks like we found a truck to purchase, and I got it secured. It's in transit on a train still, but that's what you got to do, is buy it before it's even on the lot, apparently. So we've got that done. It is now time, sadly, to clean up Blue and get her ready to trade in, and cue the cleaning montage. We are on our way to Denver to get our new truck. We thought we were going to get one some other place, and in fact we shopped all over the country, but in the end we're driving to Denver today to get a new truck. So join us.
After a 9-hour car ride, we arrived in Denver, checked into our hotel. I took the kids to the pool while Mark went off to the dealership. Then we met up for dinner and a big surprise.
Okay. What kind of truck did we get?
A Super Duty! Super Duty! An F2!
What's it say right here?
It's an F2 Super Duty. Uh-huh.
Why is that funny?
It's a super piece of duty. Even Mom laughed.
All right, guys, we got it loaded up for the first time. The F-250 is going on its maiden voyage with the camper. We are heading up to Silverton, covering a 10,000 and an 11,500 foot pass on our way there. So we're gonna give this truck a workout, make sure we can do what we wanted to do, the whole reason we bought it. So let's go check it out, see how it goes. All right, guys, we have made it into the mountains. The F-250 did a great job. We're super happy with it. We pulled over Molasse Pass, which was 10,912 feet. No problem. So it looks like the truck's working out for us.
Yeah, the kids had plenty of room. The cats were happy. That's always a plus.
Yep.
And we had plenty of room to put all of our stuff in the back because now we have a longer bed.
Yep, it's a foot longer than our last truck. So plenty of storage in the back too.
Yep. So here's a look at the truck. All right, guys, thanks for watching us today.
Remember to like and subscribe and leave any comments or questions down below.
Thanks, guys.